This is a song about an old house, and the old house was in Pittsburgh. Thank you very much. Do I not have to play it now?
Play it.
The old house was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It belonged to my dear friend Tom Schuyler. Yeah, exactly. So he wrote this little idea, these first couple lines of the song, and he read them to me. The first lines of the song is, there are 50 liquor boxes in my hall, and 100 empty nails on my wall. And I thought, where is this going? And he said, well, it's about people selling a house. So it's the person's house is going to be for sale. I said, okay, why don't we write it from the house's perspective? Because that's the way it sounded to me. It sounded like there are 50 liquor boxes in my hall as the house, He said, oh, okay, that's a good idea. We'll do that. So we got together and wrote this song, not thinking that it was probably it definitely was going to be the most important song that either of us wrote in our lives. And this has been just a joy for me to be part of. It gets sung by all kinds of people at folk festivals and bluegrass festivals. It's been recorded 5 or 6 times. And I was singing it down in Knoxville at a radio show called the Blue Plate Special, which is a very cool show. And I got done my set, and there was an audience there, lunchtime concert. And one of the DJs came up to me and she said, that last song that you played about the house, we used to play that all the time on the radio here. And I said, well, that's great, but which version did you play? Hoping she would say, SKB, that was my band. And she said, oh, we played Tony Rice and his brothers, the Rice Brothers. And I said, actually, that was my favorite version of the song. I love that record. But why did you play it all the time? And she said, well, it was the #1 bluegrass in 1990. Of course we played it all the time. And I said, you're kidding. And she said, you didn't know that your song was the #1 bluegrass song in 1990? And I said, no, but that explains that $17 check I got in the mail. Anyway, just shoot me when you want to, Nick, that's all. There are 50 liquor boxes in my hall, and 100 empty nails on my wall. There's a sign out in my yard that reads for sale. If this old house could cry, the tears would fall. There are bargain-hungry vultures everywhere, buying broken toys, old clothes, and Tupperware. The phone's been taken out, and they've stopped the mail. If this old house could talk, I'd say a prayer. I've been strong and I've been sturdy, and I've weathered every storm. I've always kept your family safe and warm. Now you're packing up the laughter and just sweeping out the tears. If this old house were built on memory, I would stand 1,000 years. This old house, this old house. If this old house were built on memories, I would stand 1,000 years. Take another look before you lock my door, where your shoes have worn the finish from my floor. Listen to my banging pipes my creaking stairs. Let your boy slide down my banister once more. I'll remember where you hid the extra key. Where the hammer and the bandies used to be. I will smell your morning coffee in the air, and I'll see you hanging tinsel on the tree. I've been strong and I've been sturdy, and I've weathered every storm. I've always kept your family safe and warm. Now you're packing up the laughter and just sweeping out the tears. If this old house were built on memories, I would stand 1,000 years. This old house, this old house, if this old house were built on memories, I would stand 1,000 years. Thank you so much. Really, seriously, thank you.